Okay, well, let me try Zayne, Gentle Twilight. Okay, here we go.
Confirming signature of primary care physician. Verified. Your medicine is ready to be collected. Medicine has been collected. Please use as directed by your physician. We wish you a speedy recovery.
What do you need to recover from this time?
I feel like Zayne's voice, in my mind, was deeper. But I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things where I've listened to it in Japanese for so long that now in English, I'm like, it feels very, like, different. Zaddy. Oh, I like that nickname. I turn around only to be met with Zayne's piercing gaze shining through his glasses. I thought you'd be in another surgery at this hour. Zayne seems to ignore my words and reaches out to take the medicine and prescription from me.
Orthopedics?
Oh, it's for my colleague. As Zayne's gaze shifts between the medicine and me, I point at the patient's name written on the prescription. See? Not me, which reminds me I need to get my exemption soon. Completely irrelevant, but... Also, if I were actually injured, would I be standing here in one piece?
Your colleague is now seeing an orthopedist. It seems your work has been pushing hunters to their limits.
Zayne gives the medicine and prescription back to me.
You should also take care of yourself.
Relax, I've been doing great these past few days. I take the medicine from him. Only then do I realize Zayne isn't wearing his white lab coat. Oh, Zayne, I loves it. I guess Zayne's your favorite. Capitalist, it's not as simple as that. Besides, I think with these date ones, it's of the assumption that you're already dating them. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but... Are you getting off early today? Expressionless, he points with his right hand and directs my attention to the electronic clock on the wall behind me.
I'm getting off on time.
Do you have any plans after work, Dr. Zayne?
If going home and waiting until 9 p.m. for a remote consultation counts as a plan, then yes.
As Zayne lowers his head and pushes up his glasses, I remember Tara and I are meeting up at a place near his home. Hehe. Grinning, I moved closer to him.
You have a scheme, one which involves me. Is that right?
I'm meeting up with Tara at a mall close to your place. If someone could, perhaps, offer me a ride, I'd be saved from the trouble of being late.
I knew there would be a price to pay for leaving work on time.
Cheeky main character. Okay, move in with them. Glasses guys are not my type in Atomy. Aww, that's a shame, but fair. I have all his cards except for one that you get in Galaxy, so I would say yes, he's my favorite. In some of the cards, they definitely come across as already dating, right? Especially the spicy ones where you're like, oh, what's going on? As Zayne talks, he turns around and walks toward the elevator.
Let's go. I suppose a passenger can spare me from the boredom of rush hour.
Oh, I think I've got the business trip one. I don't know, maybe next stream I'll do, well, next Wednesday I'll do Xavier, but after that maybe I'll do Zayne. I don't know, we'll have to see. As expected, the traffic jam greets us. Zayne and I sit silently in the car, our eyes fixed on the slow movement of the vehicles around us.
Traffic is slow. You will reach your destination in 10 minutes.
At what time did you agree to meet up? Given our current circumstances, you might still end up being late.
We're doing a duo escape room at 7:30. As long as I show up within 30 minutes, we'll be fine. Oh, I want to go to an escape room.
A duo escape room?
Sounds like fun. Yeah, it's a holographic escape room that's really popular. We'll go with the Wanderer War scenario. We won't leave until we beat the highest score. Oh, so they're gonna do it over and over?
Won't you feel as if you're working overtime?
Nope, it'll be like training, at best.
Getting off work on time only to train is certainly something you do.
What I do is nothing compared to you reading research articles for fun on your days off. Oh god, research articles. I turn my head slightly in Zayne's direction, but he remains focused on what's ahead instead of returning my gaze.
I'll admit I spend most of my time either at work or at home, but I do go out to eat or visit museums once in a while.
Zayne turns to me.
There is a witness sitting next to me.
It takes me a few seconds to remember the time I ran into Zayne at a museum. You yourself have admitted it happens once in a while, and I, your witness, have seen it happen every now and then. As the car crawls forward a bit, I look out of the window again. Nearby, a vivid advertisement springs to life on the building's electronic screen. Speaking of megane and like glasses though, is it just me or is Zayne always wearing glasses? For some reason, I didn't think about him as glasses guy. I don't know why. It's really weird. Ah, girl doing girl stuff. I do like that MC is a bit more forward in this compared to most of the usual otome, where they are very shy. It feels way more realistic. That is true. A lot of gacha games is sort of like the main character is very stereotypical, but in this one I think she's quite sassy. I like it. Nearby, a vivid advertisement springs to life on the building's electronic screen. Look. Zayne leans closer to the steering wheel to take a look.
A pottery workshop.
I signed up for a session last week. I was ready to show off my skills with a stunning design I saw online. Oh, I want to try pottery.
I suspect there's a twist.
Yep, I was assigned an urgent mission before heading out. I didn't get to see the workshop's door at all.
In that case, there's not much of a difference. Mocking each other is pointless.
The traffic eases up. Zayne turns the steering wheel, maneuvering the car through an intersection. Do you ever suffer from burnout because work takes up too much of your life?
Once a person forms a habit, breaking it can be an uncomfortable experience.
It's fair.
You also aren't suffering from burnout, correct?
I'm fine, but keeping a good work-life balance is still important. After doing nothing but missions for a while, I've decided to take a well-deserved break this weekend. I straighten my posture and sit up. Dr. Zayne, you also need to step outside your working comfort zone and learn the art of relaxation. It is very important, and when you get in like work addict mode, it can be a little bit hard to break out of. More realistic, you're shy and real. I get that, but also I feel like you're probably not stereotypical, like you're not cleaning and cooking and being like this all the time. The poor boys would not be safe. Pin Xavier down and bind Raphael. Why don't we start a relaxation support group? We can keep an eye on each other to make sure we get enough rest every week. Anyone who keeps working will have to plan a trip for the following weekend. As the car zooms past the traffic light, I see Tara standing at the mall's entrance.
It's up ahead. Where do you want me to drop you off?
I can already see Tara. Anywhere by the street is good. After Zayne pulls over to the side, I quickly get out of the car. Before I shut the door, I turn to my temporary driver. You still haven't given me an answer. Will you join my group?
I suggest you move along now, Miss Group Leader.
That's true, but with romance, I'm used to guys doing all the steps while I'm over here just being like, okay, I don't. You're lucky to be in a position where the guy is willing to do all the steps, because throughout my entire life, I have had to do all the steps. So you're very fortunate. It's the weekend again after 3 days have passed. I head to a library for a follow-up visit regarding Wanderers from last week. The devices on each floor are working as they're supposed to. We haven't detected anything unusual either. If you happen to see any signs of Wanderers again, please feel free to reach out. We'll also keep a close eye on the situation here. Aw, thank you, Kennedy. I appreciate that. But, yeah.
That's a huge relief. Thank you. We appreciate you checking in on us on the weekend.
After saying goodbye to the librarian, I walk to the elevator on the other side of the corridor. Afternoon sunlight seeps through the glass wall, creating a mosaic of little squares on the floor. I hardly spend my afternoons in the library after I graduated. As I walk between the bookshelves, my eyes lock onto a book. Is this going to turn into like a library day? I don't know. When you dream, where have I seen it before? On Zayne's desk. Oh, is this going to be like the bit where it's all... Oh, movie time.
It's you.
I won't read these parts out because they go by very quickly.
This is the medical section. When did you become interested? Avicenna's the canon of medicine, just for fun.
Just for fun. Reminds me of my boyfriend and the boring books he reads.
So our group leader is here to supervise me. When you dream. Last time you saw me holding this book, you teased me for studying dreams and daydreams. Originally, it was on the top shelf. But from what I know about you, you're likely not here to borrow an academic text as a source of entertainment.
Oh, we're so close to him. And I know, right? He's so short. I love it. Either that or
In
really,
terms
really
of leaving
short.
your comfort zone of working too much and learning the art of relaxation, you failed. What? My usual workload in dealing with troublesome patients requires them. However, it seems I'm the one being dealt with today. I returned the book just as you arrived. That shouldn't be considered a failure. Next weekend, we'll go hiking. What do you think? Fine. Does this mean you'll accept my invitation now?
Carrying our borrowed books, Zayne and I walk side by side as we leave the library. Who would have thought that we would fail?
Together?
Yeah. I stop in my tracks, tightly holding onto the two books. These are really heavy.
It's the weight of knowledge.
I don't know why that makes me laugh. Zayne walks past me, heading to the parking lot in front of the library. Where are you going next?
To a place I should be at.
Let me guess, you're going to the hospital for work after visiting the library alone. Which means you failed twice.
Alone?
Zayne turns his gaze to me and shakes his head with a hint of resignation.
I see you need to review how to add and subtract with the numbers 1 through 10.
I follow Zayne to his car.
Since the weekend isn't over yet, our mutual support agreement is still in effect. Before we go hiking, why don't you take the time to see if you can find a pottery workshop to sign up for?
That is the library day. Oh yeah, I forgot that you get gems for this. Much needed gems, given that I used them all up in an attempt to get Zayne. This is the one I ended up from the pity system, which I mean I don't mind, that was cute. Especially when I experienced it with you guys. Zav is so... I don't know how I feel about Xavier. He's not in like a negative way. He's quite mysterious, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I don't know what he's thinking. Tall and super wide shoulders. It's the... Oh, he's got such a big back. His jacket reminds you of my boyfriend. What he wears, I guess you said he does law or something, right? I'm not surprised. Zav is still my favorite. I think Raphael is. I don't know the order in which I like them all. Like Xavier and Zayne are kind of like on the same level, I think. But anyway, that is the Love and Deepspace portion of the stream. Thank you guys who came along to see this part, and remember to like and subscribe if you watch this on YouTube, and hopefully I'll see you again.